There you go. Alright, well, we're going to get into the game in just a moment. We're waiting for the starting players to actually get in the game. And, well, everyone else is ready. I'm ready. Mirth's ready. We're all here.
So ready.
I don't know why we've got like 7 people in the game, but
The guys in the chat ready.
whatever. Yeah.
Actually, we don't care if the guys in the chat aren't ready.
Well, not yet.
have
Not
no-
yet. They have to be.
no
They have to be
thanks.
ready to watch very soon.
Definitely prepare your eyes for amazing games.
That's right. Yeah, the normal casters. I believe Matty B was going to cast it with Mirth earlier, but I don't know, something to do with perhaps an internet problem.
No.
Of course, what?
He's getting his house painted.
He's getting his house painted. Well,
Yeah.
you know, that's maybe a fair enough excuse. I don't know. I think the chat should decide if we'll let him off with that one.
I don't think you should let him off. I think
no.
you should also get on his Twitter
Yeah.
at MattyBSC, I think.
Yep.
Something like that, and give him
That'll
some,
do. If it's
hey.
not, if that's not him, then just abuse that person anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's how it should go.
Why not?
Also, guys, make sure you tweet and retweet on my particular tweet that I'm just about to put out. That's at DUCKVILLE. You can see it up in the little groovy little picture over there. And you can retweet Mirth as well. I think he's done the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know what I didn't do a hashtag or anything.
We're gonna hashtag GSL and follow Liquid
Hashtag
Red
Twix.
and follow Liquid Red as well. There you go.
Okay. I'm just gonna retweet you.
There you go. It's all up. Another one is up as well. We can do all that kind of stuff. Of course, the sponsors for mGG, Vroom Vroom Vroom, Tic Tacs, and Dijancio. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Either way, should be good fun. We are ready.
We're getting all the readies. Everyone's saying ready, ready. Are you ready? Yep, I'm ready. Well, I'm ready. Well, let's go. Hold on, is he ready? And we are ready.
We are ready. Alright guys, this should be a bit of fun. We're going to be starting off on Daybreak. Should be pretty cool. Oh wow, that's a crazy looking portrait there for LM.
Yeah, I believe that is the.
What is that? Oh, is
I
that
think it's the Mr. Pandaria
Ah, there you go.
one.
There you go.
And because I have the same one.
Ah,
I've got the infested. I use the infested orc though.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure, guys in the chat, make sure you're telling me if the sound, if the boards are wrong, cause oh, hang on, so what did I have? No joke, I really don't like using these boards much, just cause people, find them pretty fun, we're gonna do that. So we've got, hang on.
And how are we doing these intros? Do you want me to do the Korean voice?
Yeah, you,
I'll try
you do
Korean
the,
voice.
You do the Korean voice, in just a second.
We had a lot of practice, guys.
Yeah,
This is all rehearsed.
like literally, like 15 minutes ago it was DUCKVILLE, can you come and do this for us? But anyway, let's get into the game. Starting down the bottom left-hand side as our red Zerg player for mGG. It is
Glazed.
Meow.
See a little bit of broken English.
There you go. That's perfect. And up at the top right-hand side, as the blue Protoss fighting for IVN is
LM.
There you go. Apparently I'm a hero, as you can see there. Starting off, of course, Daybreak, pretty common map to see quite a lot of macro-style play. Very easy to take your natural expand as a Protoss, as we'll see here. LM's going to pick that up very quickly. You do, I wouldn't say commonly, but it is a very, I would say it's on par to see a Protoss pick up the third base as well. However, of course, with the event of Parting picking up the Immortal Sentry build and throwing that left, right and center, we do see that coming out quite a lot, and we'll have to find out if LM's going to go for that particular style here. For Glazed, what do you reckon is going to happen here for our Zerg player, Mirth?
The Zerg player, it's probably... Oh, Quantic LM putting that pylon down. Just you know, bit of annoyance there.
Yeah.
Probably going to try and... Doesn't look like he's going to go for a deny, really, of the hatch at this point. Like, because Glaze is now going to have to pull those drones off and take down that pile and stuff, just in case, you know, cancelled.
Yep.
So a little bit of delayment there by LM. Pretty
Yep.
cool. And we'll probably see like a fast 3 base from Zerg, which is pretty standard in...
Yeah, very
these days.
traditional sort of stuff. Of course, as I was mentioning, the big thing in PvZ, of course, is that Immortal Sentry-based play. I'll be interested to see, firstly, if LM goes for it, and then if it's detected by Glaze, because, of course, it's something that's very fickle to try and stop, is to try and, you know, make sure you stop your droning at the right time, make sure you pick up enough units at the right time. Of course, it can be... I'm not sure exactly who is... like, who's sort of got the right numbers for that kind of thing, but I'm sure a couple of people know exactly what to do. Apparently, I've got the icons wrong. Glaze is the Terran now, just so you guys know. Fine, I'll fix it. We'll make him a Zerg. There you go. There you go, Hazard. There you go. Alright, so the Nexus just about to complete for LM at his natural expansion. The Gateway also on the way. Cybernetics Core not going to be too far off. Of course, the big thing that we'll keep an eye on for Protoss player is how many gases are taken, and of course, you can, you know, some shenanigans can be where they're taken as well. But as we can see, just the 2 for the moment, and it looks like he's going for a block on the 3rd.
Oh, very nice block there. But the Zerglings will be there, so that should be cancelled very soon. Doesn't want to waste minerals. It's not going to really cause any. And a nice cancel there.
Yeah, nicely done. Throw down that hatchery, of course.
Yeah.
Natural hatch is done. Glaze about to get, well, I was about to say, he's about to be a little bit supply block. There is that Overlord. About to get started there. I was a little bit worried about what was going to happen, but he does have the Cyber on the way. It's actually going to be placed in a little bit of a different location. You don't often see people put it there. Now, I think part of the reason for that is if you put it there, it'd actually be a full wall off, and you don't necessarily want that to happen unless you're going to go something crazy, like some Stargates, massive amounts of Stargates, or something interesting like that. But just judging from the probe that's still hanging around, we may not see anything like that from LM, but of course, time will tell.
Yeah, we may see from that probe up there, like a secret pylon or something, and then, you know, warp in some zealots or something to run down into the 3rd and, you know, try and snatch up some drone kills.
Yep, definitely. Of course, you guys will be watching this stream, of course, because it's much better than watching IM. Well, not really, unless you're watching Maynard's cast. You can watch Maynard's cast. That's all right too. In fact, have us both open. I think IM still going or not. I'm not exactly sure.
Yes. When I was watching Maynard all day today.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
He makes pretty good hungover SC2 cast. Like me being hungover watching Maynard, it was good.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting if he was hungover casting. I suppose that could be a novelty cast to see. But yeah, so have both of us on if you want, and that'll be good. Of course, the Aussie players doing a relatively good job in the matches today. Of course, Piggy and Mafia doing a reasonably good job with all of their matches. But in this one today, there is that proxy pylon up the top from LM. We'll see what he's going to do with that. It looks like there is a Robo, so judging by the timing, this is going to finish a little bit. Yeah, this is actually like relatively on time. You can pretty much chrono out. Yep, chrono on the Robo. I'm thinking we're going to get that Immortal Sentry all in from LM. What is Glaze going to see this? That'll be the big question.
Is the question. We see the Stalker running into the 3rd here. So they're going to come back it up a little bit, see what kind of damage he can do. Actually, he wants to put down a pylon there. So maybe wants to commit a little bit to this harass.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting that Glaze is full across the drones. You don't often see that kind of thing happening, although, is it going to save the Queen? That is the big question. No, it's not. Looks like the drones...
cannot save the Queen.
Yeah, definitely not that time. Looks like the Stalker is going to go down to drones. Not every day you see that happening, boys and girls. That is a little bit interesting. Zealot gets a couple of extra kills, goes up to 5 in total, does have +1, so he's going to be able to... get a few more extra sort of hits going on. As we can see, the Robo facility is still being chronoed away from LM. He's now putting up the extra gates. A total of 6 have gone down inside the main. We've now got a total of 7, of course. Bunch of extra pylons. Of course, this is the one thing that can catch people out sometimes if they're going for an Immortal Sentry all in, is that you get across the map, you got your 3 Immortals, and you say, look, I'm in the sexiest position imaginable. and then all of a sudden I can't warp in anything because Immortals take up, of course, that full supply, and then the sentries, of course, 2 each, and it all goes to hell, and you just sort of get a little bit caught out there. So Glazed has gone up to quite a few lings. Ling speed is only halfway done, Roach speed is also halfway done, and the Spire just about to complete, but is it all going to be on time? We'll have to see if that's going to be all nicely synced like a band very soon.
Yeah, we do see Spire finishing up for Glaze at the moment now. Probably going to get some mutas out, would you say? I'm going to say mutas.
I'd say mutas. There you go.
7 mutas on the way.
7 of them. He could probably add a couple on top of that as well, but he's... I don't know how that's going to go against this Sentry all-in. Of course, the Sentries there to provide the Guardian Shield really do help out. Unfortunately, they're not like the old Sentries of back in the old days when Sentries actually did 8 damage per second, and it was a way to counter mutas. That was just the most fun time ever. But here they go. Looks as if he is going to push through the top, going through a sneaky way. He obviously didn't really get past the Zergling that was sitting at the watchtower, but still, he is going to push in here. 3 Immortals. We've got a whole bunch of Sentries as well as some Stalkers, and the mutas are just popping now. Looks like they're going to try and just head straight across the map. It looks like Glaze might just be saying, you know what, let's just base trade it, baby. And here he goes, pushing into the third. He's definitely going to get the third, but the question is he going to be... I don't know. I don't know what Glaze's plan is here, because there will be a couple of cannons back in the main. Or yeah, there's 2 cannons at the natural for LM, so he's definitely not going to have too much trouble. But he'll be able to clean up his opponent very quickly here at this base in the middle. Now it looks like the mutas are inside the middle line, cleaning up some of those probes. Not too much reaction here coming from LM. Of course, he's a little bit busy microing away with the units at the front door. The spine crawlers have been completed. Beautiful force field on the ramp just to make sure the units are blocked off, and the warp prism is just going to be able to sit here and warp in more units as needed. It looks like the mutas have been forced away for the time being. A couple of cannons just about to complete for LM, so I would say this game is virtually in the bag. We'll have to see. What do you think, Mirth? Is this one pretty much done?
I'm thinking that these mutas aren't going to really be enough to be able to help take, repel this force away from Glaze's main.
Yeah,
it was in third go down without any, he had a lot of those spine crawlers there, they just kind of got taken out, didn't have enough lings there. These mutas now trying to clean up the Immortals and Stalkers, but... This
is reasonably close though. I mean, for what should have been pretty one-sided, the fact that he swept through and took down the Warp Prism very quickly means that there are no more Stalker warp-ins here for LM, so he's actually cleaned up most of those anti-muta forces here, but there are still 3 up in the air. Will they be taken down? One of the sentries is gone, and then almost the second one as well. The Stalker is also dead, so it's now just the sentry. And I tell you what, the Tickle Me Elmo ray gun on the sentry is not going to be enough to stop these 2 mutas. And now, with that gone, it looks like while taking a ridiculous amount of losses, Glazed is he should be able to hold this off, but I don't think in the long run he's not going to win the war. Yeah, exactly. At what cost? As my favourite caster AC says quite a lot. Looking at the drone count, we've got 12 drones. A lonely 12 drones for Glaze versus the 33 of LM. So he's going to be sitting pretty right now. So while he did take a little bit of damage himself, he's going to be sitting back and saying, alright, I took out 2 hatches, I took out a bunch of drones. As we can see, 46 workers killed, meaning that he's in a really good position now, and pretty much should be just in position to power up a second push, and should just sweep straight through his opponent, I would say.
Exactly, these mutas coming into the Protoss space, trying to do any kind of damage that they can, but there's cannons there, and they actually can't poke in and do any damage really at all. Exactly. Protoss is just sitting pretty on 2 base, just probably going to mass up a little bit of an army and then just go, deliver the final kill shot, maybe.
Yeah, and I mean, he's got the Twilight Council on the way. Obviously, we'll probably... Look, if it was me, I'd probably be saying, alright, we're going to pick up Blink, maybe get +2 if the resources are there as well to fit it all in, and then it's just time to head in and seal the deal. Looks like LM's going to send across a couple of Zealots here. They did... I don't think they got picked up by those Lings, so the Lings are actually not aware that those Zealots are pushing through. Now they're going to get inside the main base. Where are the mutas? They're way across the map, so the Zealots are going to get in pretty much unmolested here. They do have +1, so they will be chewing through all of those drones if they so desire, but it looks as if they're actually going to take down the Spire here. Oh, he's not really targeting it down, so the Spire will stay alive for the time being. But the Lings...
save the day.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know. Maybe.
There it is. Boom. Lasted that out.
Gets rid of the last one, and yeah. So there's the Stalker increase. A whole bunch of them just whopping in here. Dark Shrine also being produced by LM, so he's not going to take any chances. I mean, when normally the saying is when you're behind, go Dark Shrines or whatever it is. But
yeah, when you're in front, it's also not bad to go a Dark Shrine anyway.
Exactly. I mean, what's like your opponent's got to spend is he's got to spend all of his gas on getting muters, or something for defense, aka some. Some of the roaches or something like that if he decides to go for that again. And then, you're not going to have as many overseers, if any, unless he actually finds that the Dark Shrine is here. So, how many is that? 6 meters. It's not really going to do too much. And I think now LM is about to go ahead with his death push. He still does have a pylon up at the top left-hand side of the map. And, I don't know. What, if anything, what do you think that Glaze could do here to possibly salvage this?
Jesus, it's such a he's in such a bad position right now. Like, he's trying to get an infestation pit, which would be pretty good to get at because they're not really just GGs.
Yep.
Sort of stop there, realizing just seeing that big force moving out, he just was forced to GG and just realized, no, I can't actually win this.
Yeah, just it's too much. I mean, as we were saying, once Blink's along, once +2 if you can fit that in, which I'm pretty sure you can. That's pretty much just all a done deal right there. So game number 1 goes to our Protoss player LM, of course, from Invision. So we'll update the scoreboard here.
Very solid play by him as well. Both good plays by both, but just pulling it out, showing the Protoss OP-ness.
Protoss very OP.
I know, right?
That's exactly right. Isn't that right, Hazard? Alright, so we're going to game number 2 very soon, once we figure out who is going to be playing in the next game. Thank you all for joining.